Hey guys, welcome back. It's Missy, and if you are new here, welcome. I am a life and relationship coach, and on this channel we get to the root of the issue and we learn how to heal and deal. So if that's your thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to be a part of the fam, and if you already are a subscriber, you know I appreciate you so much. And also, don't forget to sign up to be a part of my Patreon so you can be a part of the Discord community. So today we're going to be talking about how to have fun by yourself. So if you clicked on this video, then you most likely are someone where you've realized that you have a hard time being by yourself. You might realize you don't like being by yourself, or you avoid it at all costs. You most likely are at a point where you finally realize the problem isn't being alone, it's that you don't enjoy being alone and you always feel like you want someone to be with you, or for you to always be distracted and doing things. You may be at a point where you finally realize the problem isn't being alone, it's that you feel you can't be alone because you are trying to avoid boredom, or you're trying to avoid all the negative, anxious thoughts that you have, like thinking about all the worries and all of your insecurities or all your stresses. Or you get an alarm feeling when you are alone. It feels dangerous or like something you're not supposed to be doing. And there's a reason why this is. If you don't feel like you can be alone, or you don't have fun being alone, it's most likely because in childhood you were either given the silent treatment, you were sent to your room a lot, or you were ignored by your parents, and that caused a lot of anxiety. Or it could be that you had a lot of family or brothers and sisters constantly around you and you never really truly learned how to be alone, so you're always craving to be around other people, and you had a very enmeshed codependent family. Now because of this, in your mind, being alone means isolation and danger, and you don't truly enjoy doing it. And it feels like something you should avoid and you shouldn't do. Now here's the thing, as an adult, you can't always be around people, can't always be distracted, because there's going to be moments when you're alone, and it's so important and it's healthy to be alone. Being alone, there's a lot of time for you to take care of yourself, or it's time for you to reflect on the day, or it's time for you to just recuperate and kind of to think about what you need. If you're always around people, it's always noise and you don't have that time to really identify what's going on and who you are as a person. You just become enmeshed with the people around you in the world. So going back to what we had mentioned, is that you feel like it's dangerous to be alone, or you feel very uncomfortable being alone, you feel anxious being alone. You have to switch it and realize now you are not that helpless child anymore, because that's an inner child response coming out. That's your ego trying to protect you of, oh no, we can't be alone, this feels unsafe, and when I was a child this was something that I had to stay away from, or I was isolated so much, I can't do this. You have to now realize, as that adult, you are adult now, you're not that inner child anymore, and being alone does not mean that you are isolated. You can go out and talk to people at any time. You're not truly isolated, and it does not mean that you're truly lonely. Loneliness comes from two things. It comes from you are not connecting with yourself, and you're not connecting with others. If you don't connect with yourself, you cannot truly connect with other people. You're not living in authenticity. So you first have to start with connecting yourself to make true authentic connections in your life, to feel more whole. So it first starts with you shifting from thinking that other people meet your needs to you identifying and realizing that you are your own best friend and you can meet your own needs, and other people are the extra on top in your life. But now the question is, how can you do that? So let's talk about 5 ways you can have fun by yourself. And I also have a video I did like a year or 2 ago that I'll leave right here about how to enjoy being by yourself, but this is more in depth about how to have fun by yourself. So the first one is, you see this time by yourself as time to self-reflect. You know those annoying problems that maybe you don't know what to do, or they just keep lingering? Well, self-reflection can give you that time to identify, how do you want to deal with some of these problems? That's time when you can meditate, that's time when you can journal and ask yourself questions. What is going on? How do I want to handle this problem? This is time where you can ask yourself, who am I? What direction am I going in? Am I living in authenticity? Do I like the person I am? And those are questions you can answer about yourself, and it can help give you direction, because once you identify, then you can come up with, you know, who you want to be and working on those things. Or let's say you identify some problems and you can research and come up with a plan of how you want to handle something. You know, when it comes to problems, you deal with it in two ways. If you can do something about it, do it. If you can't do something about it, then change your attitude about it. Problem solving also can be a way to be creative, and it can be very relieving, as it feels like you have a path forward. You don't feel so stuck. And this is time for self-healing. And then it's something where you don't feel like you continuously are running from and you constantly need that distractions. It's like, okay, I'm finally getting some clarity about how to deal with these things that are making me uncomfortable. The next one, which is the biggest way to have fun, use your imagination. When you are alone, or let's say you have to do an activity alone, use your imagination to imagine it as different scenarios happening. Like, let's say you're at the grocery store and you can imagine you are a detective and you have to find all of the missing grocery items that are on your list. Or you are at the gym climbing Mount Everest. Or you're James Bond, you know, going to go get that damsel in distress. And damsel in distress could be a boy or a girl. You want to get in touch with that playful inner child side, and just, you could be a superhero, you could do whatever it is. You can imagine that you are running from a tornado, whatever your little heart desires. Just use your imagination to create different fun scenarios when you're having to do maybe boring tasks, or when you're doing things that are alone and you're maybe going on a walk alone, whatever it is. Just imagine what it's like to be a little kid and getting that imagination going again. That makes activities way more fun, and you can have a laugh with yourself. It's so important that you're able to make jokes with yourself and laugh with yourself, and that's what makes it more fun. That's part of being your own best friend. The next one, which is like a subcategory, is be in the present and play. So it's not only a matter of using your imagination, but actively do things that you liked doing when you were a little kid, or that you wish you could have done. So things like playing in puddles, making volcanoes, doing science experiments. It's one of my favorite things to do. Play Legos, play video games, do something that excites you, or something that you're curious about. 'Cause that's what part of being a little kid is finding curiosity. And let's say you didn't have much of a childhood, or you don't really remember your childhood and you can't remember fun or exciting things you did. Think about things that you wish you could have experienced, or maybe you see your children get to experience, or even things that you see kids do on TV, whatever it is. You know, play with water guns. Just have that inner child come out and allow yourself to have fun. And sometimes it's a matter of giving yourself that permission to have fun. Because sometimes when you're a child, especially when you're parentified, you didn't feel like you could have fun. You had to be an adult, you had to take on responsibilities. Give yourself the permission of, hey, it's okay, it's not wrong, it's not bad to have fun. I can have fun, and I can do silly, fun things and laugh. And once you give yourself that permission, then you'll notice it'll be a little bit easier to be able to do those fun things. The next one is have creative time. Do hobbies like music, arts, cooking, dancing. This increases your dopamine and your serotonin. We neglect creative time so much and get so focused on day-to-day tasks, or having to do our responsibilities and the things that we have to do, that we don't make time to be creative. And that's often where a lot of people, they'll find themselves bored and they don't know what to do. It's because you're not filling your right side of your brain, which is the creative part. Creativity is where you just allow things to be free-flowing. It's freedom. It's doing it without thinking. So if you are a perfectionist, this is when you have to throw it out the window and say, okay, I'm just gonna try things. I'm gonna write a story. I'm going to paint this picture. I'm going to do something that I would enjoy if there was no pressure on me, or if I wasn't worried what other people were thinking. It's just a time for you to just freeball it. And it's really just about expression. That's what's so important with creativity, is expressing yourself and doing something because you want to create something, which I know I'm using a definition in it. So allow yourself to have creative time where you get to do some type of arts. And the last thing is learn a new skill. Learning a new skill not only makes you feel empowered and raises your self-esteem, but it's exciting knowing you have a new skill that you can put under your belt. Not only that, but it's something that you could potentially use in your day-to-day, whether that's learning psychology, learning a new skill, learning marketing, learning coding. It's something that you can feel proud of because you're obtaining a new thing. And we as humans, we love feeling like we're progressing. And this will make you feel some type of accomplishment. And not only that, it's a source of validation for you to feel good of like, I did this. I learned this thing. I now know how to do this new thing. And it overall helps boost your confidence. And studies have shown that learning a new skill can help you deal with buffers in life, deal with negative emotions better, and deal with burnout as it is a step forward instead of feeling like you're just staying stuck. So what do you guys think? Leave it all in the comments below. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with someone that you think may need it. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye guys. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Missy. And if you, how do I want to do this video? Missing grocery shopping lists. Oh, I also forgot singing. You can do singing. Well, you can do singing. No, for real. Who doesn't want to pretend that they're Batman? But let's not sound like a trucker.